Good morning. Part 18, Virago project, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so seems we are having some bigger problems than carb issues, it would seem. I've been chasing my tail for the last, I think, about a week, trying to figure out what the score is, Georgie does, trying to get it to sort itself out, ordering different bits and bobs. I've changed the voltage regulator rectifier because it was duff. Yeah, all to no avail. And I've had a couple of people telling me, my mate Richard for one, and a lad called Sam, he's sent me some videos over to a motorbike mechanic he knows, who's all been telling me the same thing basically. You've got a top end issue. So I went outside and I isolated the power to the HT leads on the front, so it didn't run the front cylinder. Cranked the bike over. It nearly started with the easy start. No popping, no banging, no coughing, no nothing. Obviously, reconnect up the front cylinder. First thing it did, backfire, pop, bang. Yeah, so I know that meant that I'm looking at a problem with a front cylinder. So at that point then I took the little rocker cover off, and instinct told me to go intake side because that's where we're having problems with. So it's like intake side, and there was a little bit of an issue with with the valve. Seems we have bigger problems than I was not happy. What I'm going to do though is I'm going to be all clever and try and insert a picture of said valve now. Now, fingers crossed that worked. I don't know. But if it did work, you should see that the collets around the valve, they're what hold the valve into its doodah, so stop it dropping into the engine basically and acting your shit. Well, they're separated quite a lot. Looks like they're about to drop out, if I'm totally honest. It doesn't look good at all. And the rocker arm, it's supposed to, with the adjuster a little bit, sit square. Well, I say square, it's round, but you know what I mean. Slap bang in the middle of the valve. But it's not. It's like over here. Yeah. Which says to me, and has been confirmed by others, that it's probably a bent valve. Yeah. So as you can imagine, I was very happy about that news. I was ecstatic, in fact. Yeah. So I had to come inside, I had to calm down for a little bit, and then went back outside, confirmed by checking the valves on the other side, checked the exhaust valves as well, just to see. I thought, I'm here anyway, I might as well. They look sweet. So it's literally one intake valve. So I toyed with the idea, let's rebuild it then. Let's rebuild it. So I found the gasket set for about £70, which didn't seem too bad. I thought, well, let's find a valve, a couple of valves. Can't find them. I thought, well, what about a complete top end rebuild kit? Then I must be able to get barrels, pistons, and stuff, and what have you, rebuild it like completely. No. Can't find new parts on any of the Yambit sites or things like that, or what have you. eBay even, I can't find a proper top end rebuild kit. I can find lots of second hand barrels and pistons and stuff and what have you, but do I want to go down that route? And then by the time I bought gaskets, barrels and pistons, second hand ones, tried to locate some new rings, honed out the bloody doodahs, hope that everything's all right. There's probably nearly 300 quid in it to do that. For that money, I can get a second-hand lump. So I think I'm gonna look into getting a new engine for it. Yeah. Right now, can't afford it like today. That's it. Just can't do that. But there is one that's not too far away from me as well, so it would be kind of handy. That was 300 quid. That would then bring us our total up to about £1,100 then, what we've spent on the bike. That's including buying and all parts up to now. That'd bring us up to 1,100 quid. Now, if at that point the bike runs and rides and is absolutely perfect and only needs cosmetic stuff doing to it, then I'm still on for a winner. I've still got a cheap Virago. I ain't lost no money. I'm probably not going to be. I'm probably going to. My aim is to get it between 17 and 2 grand or 200, something like that. You know what I mean? But for that, I can go out and buy a fucking nice one. You know what I mean? So I don't want to have spent that sort of money and it looked like a piece of shit still. You get me? So I'm maybe even toying with getting it painted. I don't know what exactly the score is Georgie does there, but I'm thinking maybe tighten it up, especially if the engine's coming out as well. I might as well rust treat any bits on the frame, make sure there's no rot anywhere, tidy up the frames. The engine, it's got some black paint on that. Well, every time I've had a bit of fuel leak or something that drips on it, then the paint just wipes straight off. So that looks a mess. That would be probably the biggest mission in tidying it up, like making that look nice again. But if we're not using that engine, then hopefully I can find a prettier one that's not covered in black shit. Yeah, that's probably a better idea actually, because there's probably hours, if not a couple of days of cleaning to get that other one up right. And yeah, that's probably a better idea, finding a used engine that's not full of shit. Then I've got this engine for spare parts. I mean, I've got 3 valves, 2 exhaust and 1 intake valve that's good. Springs there, at least 1 head that's good, at least 1 piston and stuff that's good, because we don't know what damage has been caused on this front cylinder. Because if that's bent, why is that bent? It's got to have had contact with the piston, or could it have been hydrolocked at some point? Could it have been full of water and someone's cranked it over? Could be me, could be previous owner. Someone cranked it over, hydrolocked the bastard, bent the valve. That's a possibility. That's a massive possibility. So, but right now it's like -4 degrees. Yeah, and I've sort of lost all motivation for the bike at the minute. So I don't really want to go out there getting cold, starting pulling it apart and figuring out, well, really, right, step 1 is go outside, clean the shed. Clean away all the carb bits and bobs and stuff that I've got all over the place at the minute, because I've been doing carb stuff recently. Get all that sorted and put away nice and tidy and safely. Then I'm going to have to get that engine out. I need to figure out how to get it secure off the floor, because I believe we've got to take the side stand off to get it out. Yeah, but I'm in no rush to start, so I don't know when this video is going to pick back up, but next time you see me, we'll be in the shed. Right, first things first, we'll turn on my little radiator. It's more for moral support than anything else. It's absolutely useless. But as you can see, shit's a mess everywhere. So if we're doing an engine change, I need to really do some tidying up. Yeah, trying to decide where to start. If that side stand needs to come off, we're going to need to find a way of securing the bike so then I can rip the engine out. Yeah, that's probably the best idea. Right, let me clear some mess up. Then I'll make something or find something we can sit the bike on. Maybe a milk crate or something. And then I'll get to looking at what we need to do to pull this lump out. Oh yeah, and I'll show you the damage and stuff. Answers in the comments. What's the best way to secure this bike in the air? With the back end raised, obviously, so I can remove the engine. There doesn't seem to be anywhere ideal to place anything. Yeah, I could use maybe an axle stand or two, but I'm going to need them later in the week. I can't believe it's sat on them. So that's been a little bit more of an issue than I anticipated. Yeah, bugger. Fuck me. That ain't happening on my own. I can lift the cunty thing, but I can't lift it, kick the board out from underneath it, kick the crap underneath it, and set it all steady, all by myself. Yeah, so that's bent. That's thrown a massive spanner in the works right from the start. Bollocks, I think is the correct term. I could go around, remove foot pegs, gear shifter mechanism, silly crash bar thingy, that pipe, I believe that's an engine mount there, I believe there's another one on the other side there. I shouldn't have to worry about removing the exhaust because it's a short, that should all come off in one thing. Yeah, I should find something to sit the engine on though if I'm going to do that, otherwise the exhaust will get in the way. Cross that bridge when it comes to it. First thing I should do is drain it all out. I suppose there is bits and bobs I could do, and then get somebody to help me later to get it in the air. As you see, I did loads of tidying up. I know I'm bad at that, aren't I? I'll give off. I'm going to have to do some sort of tidying up because I'm crawling over stuff now. Right, foot peg, gear shifter, crash bar thingy removed, clutch cable disconnected. We've got this pipe with a spring clip on to disconnect there. HC lead to disconnect there. And a wire into the coils behind that. Yeah, I'm not sure what else we can do this side at the minute. So, on to the next side. Alright, first major hurdle is this crash bar bolt. I don't know if it's part of this engine mount or what, but that will not turn. I've WD-40'd the shit out of it. It's turning slightly, but it's not feeling good. It's feeling like it's going to snap to me. So I've stopped before I do my usual and snap it. Right, it's starting to get cold now, so I'm going to run in the house and warm up for a little bit. But we've made a start. Right, I made an executive decision. I'm not going back out to the shed just yet. I'm going to wait till our son comes in from work. I'll just message him, he said he will do. Get him to help me get it up in the air so then I can get it secure and then I can just get cracked on and get it out. I'll probably do it this evening when the wife's about so she can watch the kids and stuff and what have you. And yeah, so this isn't the end of the video. I will continue it later this evening. Alright, so our John finished early and helped me get it up onto this. It's not very safe. And he helped me crack that bolt off on the other side, which also seems to be connected to the side stand this side. There's some electrical wires to that, but I'm just going to leave it sat there. Can't give a shit. Honestly run out of all motivation with this fucking thing. I want to get this engine on the floor though, realistically. How hard can it be? This is more for me than you, just so I remember which ones went which side when they're going to put it back together. Another hurdle. This bolt won't undo. I know what's going to happen next. It's going to bloody snap. I'll put some WD-40 on it. That's not bloody help for shit. Next option is probably going to be fire. See what happens then. But I need that out of the way so we can get that wiring out of the way to start motor, because it's in the fucking way. Then we got a breather there that needs undoing. get something underneath it so we can lower it down. And then it's engine mounts, I do believe, once we pull wiring out of the way. Engine mount. I believe they'll be the same on the other side. One at the top there, one top there. It looks like these are big engine mount bolts there. I'm not sure if they are. Where are they going? Yeah, they do look like they go into the frame down there. Yeah, so they got to be engine mounts. I know. Oh, and we've got to disconnect this prop shaft. Yeah, I haven't even popped the cover back and looked at this, so I don't know what the score is. Yeah, not even sure how we go about that. Does it just slide off? Is it slip joint or? Don't know, I can't see shit. Fun. Right, so what I've done is I've used fire and I've heated that up and I've got it to crack off and it's slowly moving. So I'm applying some Woodard 40. You can use any brand of penetrant you like, not sponsored. I've added a bit of that and I'm winding it in and winding it out. I think it needs a bit more heat, if I'm totally honest. Might have to warm it up again just to be sure. But I keep setting the exhaust wrap on fire, so yeah, that's not very good exhaust wrap, is it? But yeah, I'm determined to get it out without breaking it. Alright, so I need to get it out to get that wire out of the way. That one there. Just tried to see if there's a way I can get around not pulling that exhaust off. But no, it needs to come off. It's in the bloody way. It's like a clip or something that cable goes through. Yeah, there's an earth pack there I've just discovered and all that needs to be disconnected. I still ain't figured out this drive shaft business, but I ain't looked at it no closer than I did a minute ago. Took the two bolts out the top on the back cylinder. Need to get this off, and I need to get a jack or something underneath it, and then we can see about separating the drive shaft and getting the rest of the mounts out. After them two bits of wire are gone, and then I think it's out. And that's exactly what I didn't want to do. On the plus side, this is probably fucked from the valve dropping or bending or whatever, so fuck me. Anyway, that pipe's off. I'll get that other shit sorted out now. Not that any of you are really bothered. I'll just get to getting this engine out. Again, this one's more for me than you lot. Earth down here, right hand side of the engine case. So I remember. Little win. These was on these and I thought I was going to have to undo them all, but burned. That'll do me. So that's that all out of the way. Sorry about the camera angle. Just got to get this earth off now. I believe that should be all the wiring from it. But I'm probably wrong. Nearly missed that, didn't I? Ignition's bolted to the engine, not the frame like I thought. And just a side note, where I can, I'm putting bolts back so that I know where they went and I don't misplace them, because I'm really good at keeping the place tidy. You get me? Right, as far as I am aware, one bolt here, well, Allen key thing, one on the other side, 4 bolts on the front. This thing should fall out, literally. Now, I went and rescued, this is my scrap trolley jack. I don't use this one when fixing cars. I keep this one for like, just in case I need one for, you know, if I'm like lowering something down, I need 2 jacks. I need to do it incrementally like that. So that's why I keep this one, which is coming handy for now. I'm not really bothered about this case, all right, but really should put a block of wood under that and blah de blah de blah. I still ain't sussed this out yet. Now, the obvious thing to do would be to undo these bolts here. Now that would be the obvious thing to do, but I think that's just going to piss stuff out everywhere for no reason. I don't know. I do have a workshop manual. I'm going to go and read that actually before I wreck that, because really I should figure that out before I put any undue weight on it. Taking off engine mounts and stuff, that's what you should do. That's what you should do. Right, that's probably what I'm going to go and do. I'm going inside, it's pretty cold. I'm going to get a brew and read my book. Be back shortly. Right, I'm trying to fucking get motivated, trying to get it out. I mean, for all argument's sake, it's out. I just got to undo the last couple of bolts and wiggle it out. Now, I realise a couple of problems. There's no one here to help. My son's gone off and, well, the wife, she ain't going to want to help with that. Yeah, and it's freezing cold. I lost all my motivation. Warming up in the house was a bad idea. Yeah, I don't even know if I can be asked to edit this and get it out for you tonight, so probably be released tomorrow. Weather's looking to be freezing tomorrow, like -5 or something, so I'm not sure what the score is Georgie does there, but I think I'm going to give it a rest for today. So if you like the video, consider subscribing, give it a thumbs up and all that. If not, who gives a fuck? And obviously there'll be a next part very shortly. Till then, cheers.